On State Highway 19, just north of Canton, in Van Zandt County. You can see this stretch of highway has definitely seen better days. They've gone ahead already and sealed over the opposing lane. As we walk through some of the SPS 3 test sections, you'll note that quite a few of them have already been patched. The GPS is not looking all that bad, but it's not in the best of shape. Most of the cracks have been sealed. You can see here the transverse crack with some fatigue at either end. Some of it not sealed yet. But as we walk through here, you can just barely see the stains from the pumping of the fatigue. And maybe if I get the right angle here, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. There's quite a bit of fatigue as we look through here. You can see a little bit better looking at it from this angle. And there's some transverse there. The fatigue is somewhat sporadic. It's fairly heavy right here early on in the section. But as we walk up through, it kind of comes and goes. Fatigue there. You do see the bleeding is equally sporadic. Another area of fatigue there. Much of the transverse and longitudinal cracking has been sealed for some time. The fatigue just now is starting to really get more apparent. In another area here, you can see where when the bleeding ends, the fatigue starts to pick up quite a bit.
How they doing up there?
Station 2, 6L there. Another 6L that hasn't been sealed here. Another one of the 6Ls. Station 3. Some of the bleeding a little bit more severe than others. You can see here where it gets fairly apparent and then it kind of fades out. As you can see, it's a pretty good combination of fatigue, transverse cracks, fairly consistent, about 1 or 2 per station, bleeding. It appears that there used to be longitudinal cracking along the center line, but with the opposing lane having been sealed over, that's not as obvious anymore. Rather than speculate on that, we just left a note that the opposing lane has been sealed. Fatigue in some places is kind of hard to see. You can see where it picks up here right along the shoulder stripe, about a foot into the lane, through to the end of the section. We do have one of the delineators missing there. Looking to the north, you can see, just barely see there, the thin overlay section, the sign there at the bottom of the hill, and some of the patching that appears to have already taken place. We'll be going there next. And looking back to the south over the GPS says, or just north of Canton. This is the last